Hello, this is Ed in San Diego, California. In just a few minutes, we're going to be joined live from Mexico City, a very special broadcast. I'm really honored to be able to have as a special guest Adriana Fuentes Diaz, four-book author and award winner, and she's going to tell you all about that. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our very special guest with Adriana, Rocio Robles Serrano. I'm going to read this because it's really special. Rocio is a lawyer and MBA and expert, a recognized expert in Mexico's regulation, lobbying, and government intelligence due to her vast experience in the legislative and public administration processes, with a proficiency to public and government relationships, advocacy, and development of business strategies and opening markets. This is going to be exciting and indeed groundbreaking. So thank you for watching. We'll be right back with the program. This is Ed, and we are recording. We are live from me in San Diego, California. I'm on the Mexican border along the Pacific Ocean, and it's just after 8 a.m. here. The weather report, 70 degrees or so, cloudy. Sunshine expected this afternoon when the fog leaves. And Adriana Fuentes Diaz is in Mexico City, and nearby her is Rocio Robles Serrano. Did I
Right.
say that correctly?
Yeah, you did it perfectly. Rocio
Great.
Robles Serrano.
Well, I can't get my tongue to do that roll.
Ah, it's not in the tongue. It's mainly in the throat, like or no, you're right. It's in the tongue, up in the palate.
Yeah, but you're born with that, and the culture you've heard that all your life, and it sounds great. I love the flair. Adriana, your logo is beautifully done, and congratulations on your newest book. Tell us a little bit about your series of Strong Women.
Wow, that's practically my brand. It's I already have like four books, and all of them. The title, There is a Strong Woman, because definitely I believe that all women, we are strong. So this is why I'm so excited now, with you, with your help, with your support, doing this podcast series about strong women, talk about workplace challenges. And I think 2 weeks ago we did lifetime challenges. So definitely I'm so excited to to for other women see these podcasts and these shows, and we can, the idea is like all of us, we have the opportunity to talk, to raise our hand, to really talk about many things that maybe people feel uncomfortable to talk about it. So yeah, and I will keep writing, and I'm writing my fifth book, and with the same title, Strong Woman Speaking in Some Crisis Time. So very happy with this.
Right, and this is in the workplace. This is the focus of your series.
Exactly. This is about the workplace. And today, as our first show, we have a special guest, Rocio Serrano, Robles Serrano, that will talk about health issues. That is really nice topic to talk about. I will just read some information about Rocio, and then she can start talking about herself, of course, and her experience. So Rocio Robles is an energy sector specialist with over a decade of experience in regulatory, political, and legal affairs. She began her career in 2012 as part of the transition team for Mexico energy sector, and later served as an advisor in the Senate, where she contributed in 2013 to the energy reform under Pact of Mexico. And we have the great opportunity some years ago to work together in some oil and gas companies. So this is why I decided that she will be the best first women to join this series. So welcome, Rocio, and very happy to have you here and to talk about many things that they are important for us as women and for everybody, for the whole audience. So welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be the first one. Wow. Lately, I've been the first one in a lot of things.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it is. So, Ed, thank you very much for your
Yeah, you
compliment.
bet. You bet. I
Uh,
wanted to ask you about dealing with men in the workplace and in a very, very highly technical area of energy and lobbying, which I read that you founded a lobbying firm having to do with the energy sector. Is that right?
True. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
It is. It's challenging, especially in this time that we are passing through Mexico. But let me tell you a little thing about myself. When I was a kid, my dad used to work at the government. So it was my first reference. And so I saw him, going out of work with his suit and traveling and telling us, sharing with us all these important things that he was promoting in Chihuahua. That's where I come from. And I admire him. But one thing that changed is it was that the newspaper arrived. Someone it's in the high level of the government. He received a subscription of the newspapers that are two in Chihuahua. And so I opened one day I opened the newspaper and I saw a woman in the picture, in the main page, in the front page. It's like, a woman, because all I have seen was men, the governor, the secretary, but then I saw a woman sitting in next man, and it caught my attention. So I started reading. I was in primary school, probably I was 7 or 8 years, something like that. And I read Secretary of State of Chihuahua. Oh, wow. So that was the first time that something changed in my mind that I thought, and I remember it, that wow, women can also be in the public arena. And she was also diplomatic. Actually, some if we have audience from California, someone might recall her. Her name is Marta Lara because she was at the consulate in California, in LA. She did a lot of great things for Mexicans there, and also for the diplomacy in between Mexico and US. So that was the first time I recall that I wanted to be part of the things that was happening in the public arena.
Yeah, one thing, I love your story when you were a little girl. This is definitely why I believe that, we are strong women. But
Yeah.
just jumping into the topic from today, that is workplace health issues. Maybe Ed doesn't know, but he doesn't know. But Mexico, I think Mexico, the people in Mexico, in the whole country, it's very workaholic. So jumping into my first question is, how do you define workplace health beyond the physical aspect, knowing that we are a very workaholic country?
Yeah, thank you for that question. When you sent me the topic and what we were going to talk about, I said it's going to be very hard because as you say, Adriana, in Mexico City, everything is about work, work, work. What do you do on weekends? Rest, but also work.
Yeah.
Or after hours. We don't know that. You start working and you might end when it's late and you have to sleep. At least that's my situation. And not my situation, it's what I've chosen because I am very competitive and I like to have a high performance. I have accepted challenges that maybe other women have not, especially right now where I'm in this position. I am the executive president of an association of LPG distributors, which are all men, as Ed is surprised, are all men. And but they have a lot of very positive things that I'm learning from them. So going back to the health issue at the workplace, I think we have to be very self-conscious, also take care of ourselves, because mainly here in Mexico, that's not an issue for your boss. Your boss is more preoccupied or worried about your performance, the task that you have to develop, or the results that as a
Yeah.
team you all have to do. So that is the work, the health at the workplace. I think that it's a new topic that is just starting to come out in here in Mexico City, work and balance.
But you know what? I think just talking about myself, I mean, maybe when I was 20, I have that, mindset that just work, work, and work. But now that I'm my earliest 50s, for me, my mental and physical health is non-negotiable. So and you know what? It's not dependent of my boss. I don't care what my boss think. For me, it's non-negotiable. So, it's having a balance between your professional life and your personal life. I can work 8 hours a day, but like you said before, after that, I don't want to work, And even if I have things to do, because at work you will always have things to do, I need to go to my yoga classes, to my gym, to have a coffee with my friends, to spend time with my son. So this is important. This is important that we have to be conscious and really try to have a balance, because the mental or physical health will depend of our decisions. So that's my point of view.
Yeah, but you are not, you are like you're an exception, because you chosen that, you have the opportunity. Most of the women here in Mexico City, I'm talking about the low levels of their of income, they don't have that opportunity. And that's something that we have to address as being as leaders, or as being in the public arena. For example, as you say, you are in your early 50s. I'm in my late 40s. I'm 48. And menopause, it's such an issue that it's exploding. I hear every place around me, which is high level of organizations, women in energy, especially talking about, oh my God, the flushes, I don't sleep, I am tired all the time, I cannot focus. So it's starting at that level, because we have the power to make a change, and we are in a comfort zone, as our careers are already done, that we feel free to talk about between women. But I, as a rebel, because I am talking about this between my colleagues, which are men. I talk all day with men, 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 men. My clients in my firm are men. The LPG distributors are men. And for example, if I'm in a meeting, or or having lunch, work lunch, and everybody's talking, and I ate something that could be like spicy, for example, salsa that we always eat here in Mexico, or a coffee, I got the flushes, and I take my how do you say, abanico, and start making
Mm.
air, and I tell them, I'm sorry, I'm in menopause, and they say like, they don't want to
Bueno,
talk about it. They don't want to. They feel like, oh, like I did
I
something.
know.
And no, no, relax. Your wives are probably like me. Oh yeah, and they start talking about, oh yeah, she can't sleep and she's always tired and moody, and I see her that she's sweating, and so it's a
Ed can tell you about that because 2 weeks ago we did a show, right, Ed, about talking
uh-huh.
about menopause, and he was very interesting to, to learn more about that, right, Ed?
Yeah, I learned that I have hormones.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, we all have.
I
That's
never
what I
thought of that.
tell them. Yeah, and right now the what is happening in the medical what I've seen is that menopause is something that has not been well studied. And the new approach is that we need to talk about, we need to understand that men also have different imbalance of hormones, and that there are different approaches of, like, for example, the hormone therapy. That also
Mhm.
men can take advantage of it. They can feel stronger. They can feel more, more eager to challenges, and that's something that, I mean, aging is natural, but the consequences could be, or the symptoms can be managed. So
Eh,
it's so
Sure.
that is what I have seen. And right now, just to end the workplace health a topic that you are asking, for example, right now where I work also as the executive president, we are a very small organization because it's an association, and I have like the youngest is 32 and the eldest is 60. So we have a
Okay.
lot of things that are happening. So what we need to change is to give people the space to take care of themselves, talk about their personal issues, could be depression or functional depression, or for example, having kids that they have to attend, and give them a personal day, for example. That's something that I'm thinking about introducing, because we when I where I met Adriana, this is a world corporation, and they had personal days. But here in Mexico, they never told us that you can ask for a personal day. So we
Mhm.
need to change the culture here in Mexico.
Well, I was just going to say that the fact that you're in the company of men so much um, here in the U.S. it's not like that. It used to be, that's for sure, but um, not anymore. There's women in every level, and in some companies or even industries, uh, men are in the minority.
Yeah, pero see, here, remember that we live in a macho man country, unfortunately. So, and especially in that level, you see more directors, CEOs, executive men than women. We are, doing a little bit better, but I mean, no, as in US and in other countries. And definitely my next question for you, Rocio, it's exactly talking about leaders. I mean, how should leaders, you think, they have to address the stigma around mental and emotional health in this professional environment? Because exactly, if they don't understand what is menopause, if they don't understand, many things, not just menopause, mental yeah, or health issues in general, how leaders, they really need to change their mindset about that and be more supportive with us. What do you think about this and about leaders in today's
Well,
world?
um, we have to talk about issues that we might think it's normal. And when we talk about, like, oh, for example, I don't feel well today, I worried about it, or I feel as happier as I used to be. Uh, it's taken acknowledge, and we as leaders, we have to take acknowledge and not normalize that. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll get through it. No, no, look for professional help, because sometimes it's not just go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. It's maybe a coach life. It doesn't have to be addressed as a I don't know, like a mental issue. Sometimes it's emotional, and coach life could help men. I don't see men eager to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Uh, but they do go to or have meetings with the coach life. So it's like at first take out the stigma by changing the name. Instead of I go to my therapist, is I go to a coach life,
Point.
and that would be like a road that we can pave in that regards. But the real thing is that we all have things to solve. Could be from our infancy, could be a divorce, could be the death of a relative, could be having a special kid, because that's another thing. I am a single mom. I got divorced in 2006, and after that I raised my kid alone. So that makes you also having like a big stone over your shoulders, and at the end it takes you have to recognize that, wow, I did a double jump, and that it gets sometimes it's tired, it's like exhausting.
So the idea of a coach, a life
Mhm.
coach, it could have other names too, but I think that is a great idea and a good approach when you're dealing with men. And because they're, if the typical guy, they're into some kind of sports, uh, football for sure, but perhaps other things. And uh, they understand what a coach is, just applied to a different situation.
Rocio, we have to go soon, but thank you.
Ah,
Thank you very much for all your stories. Very interesting, what you share with us today. Definitely, we can make so many other shows talking about so many, issues that not just women face in the workplace. I mean, all of us definitely. So I mean, thank you from my side to be part of this and to be the first guest in this show. So thank you, thank you.
thank
So
you.
I want to say thank you for being human and very,
Mhm.
very open and just a delight. And you look terrific on the screen. And the messaging that will uh, from this program going forward will be prepare yourself by being educated, and you can do anything you set your mind to.
You can do everything. All you have to do is prepare yourself. Exactly. And I want to close my intervention thanking you for this space. You help me reflect, because sometimes I'm all working and developing, and I don't have this, I don't give myself this space to think about myself, what I have done. But thank you very much. And I want to close with this statement that my dad told me when I expressed him I wanted to make a public career in public issues. He told me, "Okay, you have many options. You will have many options to grow. I suggest that you take the safest, which is become an expert, study, and become the expert in the room." So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, I could see from your resume that I've read and LinkedIn that you've achieved.
Thank you very
Exactly.
much.
And so
It's a work
really,
in progress.
and pathways and strong women in the workplace is a terrific theme and topic with a lot of legs. In other words, it's going to go, 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 go as much as you can imagine what you want to do with it. It's all yours.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you to both of us, to you guys, and have a nice day from Mexico City, and see you the next time.